Euro 2016 grows ever nearer and England's squad has now been finally properly announced.
Yep.
Two players have missed out, Danny Drinkwater and Andros Townsend. Flav, what do you think?
I think my first point, I mean, before we get onto Drinkwater, is the fact that Townsend's been dropped. I understand it, I can see why that's happened, but actually I think we're going to miss him, despite him not being probably good enough to be in that team. His directness and his willingness to carry the ball, he's one of the only few players in our squad that can actually do that effectively, and he is dangerous. I
agree. I find it a little bit strange that I think, again, it's one of those, we'll come on to Drinkwater like you just said, the fact that Townsend's not made it, is it because he's at Newcastle and he wasn't good enough for Spurs and people just tar him with that brush? I mean, he has come into the squad late, so it seems obvious for him to go out. But other people who could have gone out, people that we were talking about, was Jack Wilshere was obviously one. Then it was Sturridge and Rashford.
Yep.
Which one were you going to take? But in the end, he's taken all of them. But I agree. I think you should, against lesser teams, in the last 20 minutes of games, you might need Andros Townsend to cut in with a Cruyff that you know he's going to do and curl it in the bottom corner.
Yeah.
He's got end product, so I think that's. I'm not sure. Who are the two that you wouldn't have taken?
I probably wouldn't have taken Wilshere because the fact is he's played no football and he's injury prone.
I would have taken the Wilshere gamble.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, I'm not unhappy. Partisanship aside, I'm not unhappy that he's there. It's just that. Should we move on to Drinkwater? Because Drinkwater is.
You're angry about it.
Well, I'm not angry because I don't think he's actually good enough to start. But in terms of what he's brought this season and the fact that he has won the league with Leicester, I just think that if he was a Man United player, he would have been on the plane.
I think there's a shout in that. There's been that down the years, players have seemed to get in the England squad, then they leave and that's the end of it. Nicky Butt's a good example. Emil Heskey barely got near the team once he'd left, so I think there's something in that.
Left Liverpool.
Left Liverpool, sorry, yeah. And the other thing with Danny Drinkwater is the fact that probably our two most exciting players are Harry Kane and Jamie Vardy. I think both might actually play now. It looks like he's going to do that. So you want to get the right service to them. The best two for that would possibly be Danny Drinkwater and Dele Alli. So to leave Drinkwater out is a bit of a funny one, but you had to leave out two.
We put a question out on Twitter about Drinkwater, and a lot of Man United fans, a little bit salty. They were coming back saying, Carrick and Jones didn't get anywhere near the squad. So, there's an argument there to a certain extent.
Jones has been unfit all season, guys.
And does either really deserve to be in that squad, whereas Drinkwater, in my opinion, does.
Yeah. Another Man United player, Rashford, has made the squad.
Yeah.
For me, I think it's too soon for him. I think, you can go on, chuck him in, that's fine. But I think I would have taken one more midfielder, and you've got Rooney as two players because he can play up front or midfield. I think what this says is that Hodgson doesn't see Rooney as a striker anymore.
I think he wants to play two up front, Hodgson, and if that's the case, he needs five if Rooney isn't going to be a striker. So he needs, he's a four or that option of Rooney. So I can understand his logic there. I think you take Rashford because he's that unknown quantity. He could bring something to that team that is unexpected by the opposition.
I hope I'm wrong, but I'm not so sure. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Is it a good thing that Rashford's going? Is it too soon for him? Are you annoyed that Townsend and Drinkwater have been left out? And if so, which two would have you left out of the England squad that's going to Euro 2016? If you enjoyed it, give it a like and subscribe to the Ball Street channel.